Let's see if it works. Okay, so I am live. How annoying was that? It gave us the exact same problem last week and now again this week. So I need to go and I guess leave a message in the comment box where there's a few people waiting. From what I can see, there are a few people waiting in the room, 6 people waiting. And I'm just going to have to say, I'm live in a different room. Please check the home page. It won't let me go live here. Head on over. So annoying. Okay, so maybe I can copy and paste this link here and they'll come over. Let's see what happens. In this link. All right. Hi, Jess. I know I'm not sure if you were on YouTube. It wasn't letting me in the room. It was so annoying. So I'm in here now. I'm just going to wait to see who logs in. There's a few people here now. Hopefully they'll get the message and come over. So I was trying to hit the go live button and it wouldn't go at all. Like it just wasn't doing anything. So I'm not sure why it was doing that. But I did have this issue last week and I had to do the exact same thing. So either I need to contact YouTube directly to find out why that's happening. Hey, Diane, come to the other video where I'm live. Oh, I need to close this page. Let me close that one. So everybody starts coming in here. I only see a couple of people. I'm hoping. Jess, can you head over, Liberty, computer is giving me trouble. Oh, can you head over to YouTube and see if you can actually see me live? Okay, I see a couple more people coming in. Can you see me? Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can read some of these comments. Nicole, no problem. These things happen, technology, as long as we still have the pleasure of spending the session with you. Hi, Nicole. Yes, I'm like, what? I mean, do you remember when we did our last session? Like how annoying was that, you know? And that was radio. So it just goes to show you whether it is a big, professional, legit site or radio station or podcast or TV show, these things happen. So I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with using Safari versus Chrome. So I originally logged in to go live through Safari. So I don't think YouTube Live works really well with Safari. That's what I'm thinking, because the same thing happened last time. So now I know for the next YouTube Live, I will be going straight through Chrome because it gave me no issues at all in Chrome. So we'll go with Chrome. Hi, Jess. Okay, perfect. Okay, beautiful. Hi, Liberty. All right, so I see some of you logging in. Maria, for those of you who are on Facebook, Jason, you guys can join me on YouTube if you can. Just head over to YouTube. If not, you can stay right here on Facebook as well. All right, so what is going on? We're going to be talking about passion today. Am I the only one that's like forgetting what day it is? Like it feels like a Friday, but it's Saturday. Like it totally feels like a Friday. And yesterday it felt like a Sunday. So I'm like, am I the only one that is like losing track of the days? Or I don't know, give me like a thumbs up or something if you're kind of feeling the same, like it's losing track of like, okay, is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? It feels like a Friday. It feels like a Saturday. Yeah, super just strange. But for those of you who are logged in and you are not familiar with who I am, or you don't know who I am, yeah, you're not the only one, right, Nicole? It's just, yeah, quite interesting. Oh, Delia says, yes, me too. Okay, perfect. So I'm not the only one. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Elizabeth Correia. I live in Toronto, Canada, where I help women, you and aspiring entrepreneurs in particular, live meaningful lives. Really just discovering their purpose and their gifts, reconnecting with their voice, their stories, and transforming into that renewal, just kind of who they are, what I'm meant to do, transforming into it permanently. I am the creator of Correia Enterprise and She Speaks, which is a women's transformational speaking and coaching business to help women and girls use their gifts and voice to heal in order to step into their greatest potential by gaining courage, confidence, and skills to share their life-changing work with the world. So I want to see a show of hands. I have a question. Hi, Karen. So happy you're here, Mama. I want to see a show of hands, or just give me, a little emoji. It's like a cute little emoji, whether you're a guy, girl, light skin, dark skin, they're cute emojis. From those of you who have discovered a passion, whether it's a rediscovering an old passion, something that you kind of gave up years ago or put on the back burner, or a new passion during this whole COVID-19 self-isolation, self-quarantine time. So let me know if that's you. Kendra. Okay. Oh, hi, beautiful. All right. So yeah, we're going to connect about some things too. Okay. So you have, and if you have, what is it? What is that passion that you've, kind of, you've rediscovered or discovered, okay, this is something new. Like I want to learn Spanish, or I want to learn Chinese, or, whether it's something new or something that you put on the back burner that you have now brought up, back up and said, okay, I'm going to see what's up here. I'm going to see what's going on here. Is this something I want to pursue? Maybe something I want to play around with because I have the extra time, whether that is art, doing puzzles, crafting, painting, cooking, whatever it is. I'd love to see, to hear from you guys, what is that passion? What is it that you've been working on? And is it something new, or is it something from the past? Jess, what is that for you? So what is it? I want to know, what is it? What gifts or passions have you discovered during this time? Just during this time, because we've got a whole lot of time on our hands. All right, let's be honest here. Hi, Michelle. Right, we've got a whole bunch of time, a whole lot of time on our hands, right? And so it's one thing to discover a new passion, reading more. Oh my God, amazing, Karen. Like, I often hear women, especially women, because I work with women, I coach women, say, I don't have enough time to, two things. I don't have enough time to work out, and I don't have enough time to read. I've probably heard that. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you how many times, right? So my question is, are you tapped into those projects? It's one thing on passions. It's one thing to rediscover a passion or a project that you want to work on, but are you tapped into that project? Maybe it's a new way of doing something. Maybe you run a business. Like actually, Michelle and I, we were discussing this just a week ago. Michelle owns a beautiful hair salon in Port Credit. And she's a full-time hairstylist. This is her business. She's been doing it for, 30 plus years, and has, been running this business doing hair. And now she's rediscovering a new way, or a way to bring her business online, right? To create a completely different platform, teaching, educating women on hair care. Whether it's natural curls, your natural hair, straight hair, black hair, whatever it is. And so this isn't just something Karen says, hi, Michelle. This isn't just something that is new. It could be a new way of doing something. Like I've had to create a new way of doing my business, my coaching business. Hence why I'm launching the membership club. So it's something that I was planning to do for 2021. But because of the time that I have on my hands and just sitting here thinking and brainstorming and so many different ideas coming, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to launch the membership club now. I'm going to do it now. So whether it's a new idea or something that you're revamping or maybe creating a new stream of income, like just something new. Even if it's old, it's coming up now. So a show of hands, what if that's you and what is it? So Karen says started running as of yesterday, which I love to do. Karen, I am so with you on that. Like I remember when I first started running again and it literally became an addiction. So I hear you on that. Kamira says, dropping in quickly to say hello. I go live every Sunday. And okay, yes, I know. Okay, Bella. No, okay. And which is soon. Okay, Mama. Thank you so much. On Instagram, let's do it this week. Yes, Michelle, we got to get back at that for sure. Hi, Faye. Thanks for logging in. So what is the one thing that you're doing right now that is connected to a passion? And let me say, not to put anyone down, not to say that, your voice doesn't matter or your life doesn't matter because you're not doing something that's connected to your passion right now. But please, I am literally begging you, whatever that passion is, whatever it is, if you are not connected to some form of passion right now, I believe you will regret it. I believe you'll regret it. And the reason is because you will not get back this time again. We will not get back this time again. And so all the time that you've been wanting and praying for, to read more, to exercise more, to start the business, to start writing, start the blog, do the videos, you won't get back this time again. Not to say you won't have a chance to do it again. You just won't get back this time again. All right. So if you are taking this time to reconnect with yourself, you will, like I promise you will discover some things that you probably didn't know or remember you were passionate about. Because passion, and I want you to write this down, passion can't be found in your head. It can't be found in your head because it lives in your heart, in your soul. So you got to get out of your head because in your head, you are accustomed to doing. In your head, you're doing, and you're not really stopping to connect with what your soul and your heart is crying out for. And the flames of passion are fanned through engagement, not thought. That's deep. The flames of passions have been thoughts for months, if not years. And in order to feel truly lit up in life, you must engage in them. You must take action. There's nothing more motivating and motivating and oh my gosh, there's no feeling like doing something that lights you up. No feeling like that. It's irreplaceable. No money can buy that feeling. And what I'm saying is, no matter how hard you try, you can't figure out your passion by just thinking about it. You need to take action. And in order to feel your way to your truth from the inside. And some of these passions have been buried for so long, a very long time. For example, before I published my book, before I started writing my book, I often wondered about writing a book. I used to think about it all the time. But most of my thoughts kind of sounded like, well, yeah, being a writer would be awesome, but like, how many people, are doing it? And, really, like, is my book even going to matter? Like, there's hundreds and millions and thousands of people who have published books and memoirs who have stories like mine. Like, is it really going to matter? And, most writers, they're professional writers. Like, I'm not a professional writer. Like, I'm not a writer. I had zero professional training. What are you thinking, Liz? Like, really get real here. And that played over and over and over and over in my head. You have no idea. You guys saw the finished product, but you have no idea the struggle to actually believe I can do it and to take action. Or, you might be saying, okay, well, this sounds exciting, writing as a career, writing a book, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work, and I don't have time. I don't have that kind of energy. Am I even going to make money? Who's going to buy my book? Okay, maybe I'll sell a couple hundred. By the way, I've sold thousands. But at the time, only people like Oprah and Brene Brown and Yolanda Van Zandt and Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz, only they can make millions or thousands from selling books. And besides, who's going to read your book anyway? Okay, a few people. Your friends and your family. By the way, they're not the ones that are going to read it. So it's like an endless and debilitating chatter in our minds that often tries to talk us out. Karen, you probably thought of running for months, if not years, or getting back into running. How many times did you think about it over and over again? And Jessica says it's the ego talking. Absolutely. Or fear. And ego and fear go hand in hand, by the way. And the first time I took a writing class, I'll never forget it. It was at Humber. It was a 3-month memoir writing class. I took it twice. And I remember walking to my car that evening after my first class. Hi, Jason. Hi, Jordan. And I walked to my car and I got in before I even got in my car, I started crying. I felt so lit up in that class, the first class. It was twice a week for 3 months. I started crying. I mean, happy tears, of course, because actually doing it felt so right. And no matter how much I wondered about it before or prior to that day, it wasn't until I physically took action that my real passion and gift for writing fully emerged. How magical is that? And from taking action rather than just staying in my head about it, I was able to carve out a little niche for myself. in the world of writing. I did it. And even if no one was going to read my book, Bellas and Fellas, even if I didn't sell a single book, I did that. I did it. And it lit me up. It gave me a sense of purpose that I can't even describe in words. And quite frankly, little did I know where God, I was getting this pull to write this book and I kept thinking about it, wouldn't go away. And little did I know where God was taking me through this book. I mean, imagine for a second, for those of you who know me, you've read my book, you know my story, you know where I'm coming from. Imagine for a second, I didn't take action and bring that passion to life. Imagine I did not write that memoir that got into the hands of teachers and educators and talk show hosts and people all across Toronto that started bringing me into their schools to speak and on their shows. And, imagine I didn't do it. What would I be doing today? Well, I wouldn't have fulfilled the calling and the purpose in my life. I wouldn't be fulfilling it because that was a part of my purpose and where God was taking me. Hence why the pull is so loud. It won't let you go. It's what gave birth to my speaking and coaching business. And rather than following traditional goals like, go out and get all this book publishing training and, get a major in English, I just picked up the pencil and I started writing on my own. Look, magic really does start to happen when you follow your heart. I promise. Some of you know that. Magic starts to happen when you follow your heart. When you start working out, all of a sudden you have a newfound energy and your way of thinking and just the way you eat changes. It's magical. It is. Magic starts to happen when you follow your heart. What has been in your heart during this self-quarantine time? What have you been thinking about over and over and over and over and over again? And you're the only person that can answer that question. And I want to invite you to embrace it. It will change your life. It will change the remaining of whatever 30, 60, 90 days that we have in self-quarantine. Clarity comes from engagement, not thought. So the moment you start to take action, you will become clear with what it is you want to do, want to be, and supposed to be doing. Versus wasting a whole lot of time doing nothing, binge watching Netflix movies, drama talk with your girls on the phone, scrolling through Instagram. I haven't scrolled at all today. And I barely do scroll, to be honest. I set time to do that so I can make sure I'm liking other people's posts. Taking action on something you suspect to be your passion is a part of your story. It's just a part of your story. The story. Right? Taking action on something you suspect to be your passion or a passion is just a part of the story. There's another piece to this passion puzzle. And it's the fastest and probably most powerful way to turn what you love into an actual business, and a business or career that can actually sustain you. Yeah. You guys want to know what it is? What is it? Pro- hmm. Action brings passion to everything you touch. Action, taking action. Everything you touch, whether it's cooking, sewing, cleaning, everything. Action. Not dragging your feet, getting up and actually doing it. So, really proactively bring passion to everything you touch, is what I'm saying. To everything you do. No matter what task is in front of you, I'm inviting you to bring as much energy to that task. Whether you're playing a board game with your kids, whatever it is, bring as much energy to it as you possibly can, even if you don't like what you're doing. Even if it's not your thing. Bring your full attention, your full presence, the leadership qualities that each of us, by the way, have. We all have. Every single person on this live, watching the replay, has leadership qualities. I don't care what walk of life you're from, what your background is, culture, it does not matter. Bring that to every single task in your day, this day forward. Whether you're scrubbing the toilet, cutting your husband's toenails, cooking, and you don't normally like to cook or I'll cook often at all, whatever it is, bring that to every task in your day and be present, and you will see what will happen. I've been organizing closets, I've been painting, I've been creating, I've been doing puzzles, I've been writing content, doing these live videos, giving myself manicures, doing face scrubs, creating stuff. Like everything that I am doing, everything, I am bringing my full attention. I am fully present. I am bringing all my gifts to that task at hand. And let me tell you, it makes for a beautiful, joy and filled day. Not a day goes by that is a wasted day for me. I sat here with a friend of mine who was helping me paint, and we finished painting, and then we sat there and we chatted for hours after. And it was so purpose and joy filled. Like just, I was completely present. I wasn't thinking about my next task, what I wanted to do, or what was next. I was present. Whether you're in the kitchen seasoning your meat, doing laundry, feeding your damn dogs, do it like you want to do it, even if you don't feel like doing it. Does that make sense? Are you guys following me here? I'm talking about passion and how we go looking for passion in in these. We think it's like hidden behind a rock. We think we have to discover some breakthrough moment or experience some kind of, we think a prophet or a pastor or an imam or someone has to come and tell us, like, this is your passion, this is your purpose, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Your life, our lives are filled with moments, with opportunities to experience, live, and be passion every single day. There is nothing magical about my life. Nothing. Quite frankly, I don't know a lot of people that would relive the days in my life, that would walk in my shoes for the first 25 plus years of my life, that would want to walk in those shoes to experience the joy, the peace, and the freedom that I have in my life today. I don't know a lot of people that would be willing to do that. And I would only relive those days and relive all of that all over again, because I know it would lead me to be and feel and think and operate in this person that I am today and do the work that I do today. Nothing magical about my life. I am a human being. I am a child of God who feels sadness, who has moments, who things come up, things happen, I have to deal with them, but it is not the pain that matters. It is not what is happening around us that matters. It is what you do in the midst of the pain. It is what you are plugged into. Who are you plugged into? I am plugged into a master creator, my creator, King of kings, Lord of lords, who provides me and gives me everything I need to have joy and experience passion in my life every day. So it's not that I am different or special. I mean, we are all special. And if I can be here where I am at, filled, with love and joy in my home. Every day there's laughter in my home. Every day there's deep conversations. Every day we're, me and my boys, we are connecting. We are laughing. I want to live. I plan every day. I create those moments on purpose, with purpose. Not because I'm better than anyone else. And money has nothing to do with it. I could be living in a shack, under a rock, under a bridge. I probably find peace, love, and joy living under that bridge. I can promise you that. So it has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing to do with the size of my home. I live this is like my little sanctuary. It's a small home. It has nothing to do with the money in my bank account. It has nothing to do with how many pairs of shoes I got on my closet. None of the above. I go looking for ways and things to plug into that bring passion out of me. That oh man, I'm getting hot just talking about this. You have opportunities every single day. We are faced with opportunities, chances, moments, every second, every minute of the day to plug into passion. And I want to tell you something. The most magical thing about passion is contagious. It's contagious. When you're fully present and you're passionately engaged with your life and the people around you, everything about your life, the people around you No matter what room you walk into a boardroom, you walk into a classroom, you walk into the office, you walk into the gym, the people around you take notice. And guess what? They want in on whatever it is you're doing. Whatever is working for you, they want in on that. That's the most magical part of passion, about passion. This happened to me just the other day when I posted the videos of me painting. I woke up the next morning. I was painting till like 3 in the morning. And I woke up the next morning to like tons of messages from people who mentioned wanting to paint their room or their house and how long they've been putting it off, and how, I inspire them to go buy paint. And I even had people tag me in some photos and some videos and, look, thanks, Liz. And I went and got paint. And right? Passion, it's contagious. And another side benefit to proactive passion is kicking life-sucking habits like procrastination, resistance, and complaining to the curb. It's another side benefit. And so now that you have an understanding of passion, it's not some purpose you go looking, it's not hard to discover. It's something you do every day. You find ways to plug in every day. I want to share 4 steps to unleashing your passion. If you have a pen, paper, please write these down. All right. And as I'm mentioning the steps, if you want to type it into the comment box below, please, right? Just do that so the others can kind of, it just kind of reaffirms things, confirms things, right? So number 1, do everything with love and love everything you do. Do everything with love and love everything you do. From this moment forward, if you do not like something, you've got 2 choices. You stop doing it, or you love it with all your heart. Because the in-between, lukewarm, indecisive, half ASS, right? It only gets you frustrated. It makes you sad, mad, brings on confusion, resentment. That's the big one. When you're doing something you don't love and you don't want to do, you become resentful. If you're in a relationship that no longer fulfills you, that no longer brings joy to your soul, you will become resentful. And some of us are in situations like that. Stop doing it, or love it with all your heart. That goes for your relationships, your projects, your laundry, communicating with your co-parent, your business, everything you do. You either stop or you do it with love. If you don't love it, whether it's something with your business, your life, you walk away, quit doing it, delegate it to someone else, or hire someone to do it for you, period. If you're complaining every time you're cleaning the house and you're cussing everybody out for making a mess, you shouldn't be cleaning the house. And I'm not saying there's someone else in the house that can't do it. The problem is you haven't done that yet. You haven't delegated it to someone else in the house yet. And so you keep doing it and complaining about it. And that's the problem. I remember this when I was married and I had 5 foster teenage boys living in the house that I loved and adored. And I started complaining so much about all the cleaning and the cooking and the mess. And I had Captain was a newborn baby, and it really got to me. And I had to stop and really think about it and say, well, I keep complaining, but I keep doing it. I'm not delegating it. I'm not hiring a maid. There's no in between. Either you stop doing it, walk away, delegate it, hire someone, or you love it with all your heart. Anything else outside of that is pure madness, quite frankly, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. And when you commit to something you love, when you commit to love everything you do, you don't even have to love it, but you're committing to love it anyway. You strengthen they're like passion muscles. And you strengthen them from the inside out. And what happens is you open up this like a divine channel inside of you, so that what you're really meant to do and be can be revealed. Yeah. Yeah. When you strengthen your passion muscles from the inside out, you open up a divine channel. It's so powerful. And what you're meant to do and who you're meant to be is revealed. When your passion is lit up, you'll know. When you start trying things and doing things, right? And like something really lights up, like, it's a different kind of feeling. It's a different kind of feeling. I'm going to give you a little example, and this may sound like just like, huh? Right? Actually, I'm on the last episode right now. So as some of you know, I was watching the R. Kelly series last night. Read my last sentence in the book that I was reading at 5:15. I looked at my clock and I was like, oh my God. I went to lay down at 5. I fell asleep at around 5:15. That's very late. Okay. Now, I didn't stay up watching the R. Kelly series till 5 a.m. because it was entertaining for me, or because I had nothing else to do. Everything I watch with purpose. And I mean that. I watched it because, yes, I'm a survivor and a victor of sexual abuse and domestic violence, every form of abuse you can think of. I watched it with purpose. I watched it to really understand the mindset of an abuser. I watched it to connect with the sickness. It's a sickness on a very deep level. My father was also a musician. My father was also very well known, and he had albums and was a singer. And R. Kelly reminds me a lot of my father. I have complete forgiveness in my heart today. I don't say that from a place of pain or hurt or sadness or any of the above. No, no negative feelings. But I watched it because these are the young women that I work with. And I watched it to understand on a much deeper level why women, young girls in particular, stay in these relationships when they're not being forced to stay. They're not being forced. And so I watched it with purpose. I watched the documentary series with passion. I set an intention for watching it, and it was accomplished. So I didn't feel down or depressed or sad or start thinking about my childhood and what my dad did. And no, not at all. Not, my sister and I were conversing back and forth about it. And at no point, I don't know if she's live here, at no point did I say, oh my God, it made me think about daddy. It made me think about, oh, no. Actually, I just had that moment right now. I just realized we didn't discuss my dad like that at all. I felt empowered. It made me realize that I am truly living. I am truly in my lane. I'm in my lane. And the next thing is, in any given moment, if you can't change what you're doing, you can always change how you're doing it. If you're doing the laundry and you don't like doing laundry, you have the power to switch up how you're feeling while doing laundry. Try it. Anything you don't like doing that you've been doing or you're doing, change your thoughts. Change the way you're thinking about that thing that you're doing. Change it. And like I said, my nose is itchy. If you can't change it, you walk away, delegate it, hire someone, quit doing it. Number 2, I want you to look at your book collections, the magazines that you buy, what's in your house, the things you buy online, on Amazon, movies that you enjoy watching, blogs you enjoy reading, bloggers, YouTubers. Do you notice any themes? What subjects are you constantly gravitating toward? Like, what are you already spending your time, your money, and your energy on? What threads have been reoccurring in your life over and over and over again? And as best as you can, check in with your heart. When you're checking in, check in with your heart and your physical body, not your head. Not your head. Our head is not connected. For most of us, our head is not connected to those passions like that. Because it's so busy, doing, survival mode. It's like we're in the shower and we can't even feel the water beating on our skin. We're not even enjoying the water washing our hair and our body, and we can't smell the soap. And feel just how amazing it is. Why? Because our head is already at the office. It's already getting the kids ready. It's already in the car. It's already running the errands. It's already in the kitchen. It's already like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, like, it's, your head is just, so check in with your heart and your physical body. See, Karen? Right? I'm telling you. Karen said fitness and health magazines and books. I can promise you that there is a passion in there. Karen has a passion in that area. And whether you have discovered it or not yet, I promise you, your passions are tied up and caught up in the things you read, the things you watch, the conversations you have, what you're spending your money on, what you gravitate towards, the people you gravitate towards. I promise you. Obsessed with essential oils, candles, and meditation. It's in there. Self-help books. I'm with you, Jess. I am with you. Okay, Karen's saying you always wanted to be a gym teacher. I spoke about this last week. Your passions, go back to what you loved as a child and in the early years of your life. Your teens, your adolescents, go back to your 20s for those of you who are older. I'm telling you, it's there. It's there. What lights you up? Do you feel a sense of expansion in your body when you're doing it, when you're reading it, when you're watching it, when you see it, when you see someone else is doing it? What do you feel when you're watching that person? What are some of the thoughts you're having? What are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, man, like, oh my God, I want to do that. Like, I could so see myself doing that. Like, I can do this. Like, oh my God, like, okay, like this, oh, like you're right. Cooking lights me up. Gianna says fashion, preaching, and self-help. Right? Those are the things you have to make sure you're making time to do and be every single day. And that is called living a life of passion. It's not some big aha thing that you have to go experience or look for. It's there. It's already there. It's in the things you're watching, the things you're reading, the conversations you're having. Cooking lights me up. I love it. And I cook almost every single day. Now, this does not mean that I want to cook for a living or turn it into a business. This is about living with passion. It's a passion of mine. That's why I do it every day, almost every day. Whether I cook every day. So even if it's just like the dinner that I cook every day and I don't cook lunch every day, I cook every day. So I live my life through passion projects all day, every day. My days are filled with passion every day, not just through my business. That's another thing we got to get out of our head, right? Living with passion doesn't have to be just through your business. You work a 9 to 5, you're not necessarily happy there, you're not fulfilled, but you come home and you work on your passion projects, even if that means gardening, jogging, cooking, crafting, like Delia, you craft, right? So it's about passion. And that is really what I wanted to talk about today is, are we living, are we living with and through passion, especially right now during this time right now where we're home, most of us, right? I want you to think of like a certain topic that excites you, an idea. Like when you think about it, it's just like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. The I wishes. Think of the I wishes that remain I wishes and have remained I wishes for how long? I wishes. We all have those. The things that make you feel excited, even if there's some fear there. Fear is good. Listen, fear is there to protect and direct you. Period. When I feel fear, if I'm walking down an alleyway and all of a sudden I feel fearful, I hear a sound, I hear a noise, I see a man standing at the end, just standing there staring at me in a black mask, I'm going to feel fear, right? Okay? What's it going to do? I'm going to turn around, walk, or run the other way. I'm not going to walk towards him and be like, hey, bro, what's going on? Hey, my name is Elizabeth. Who are you? Right? That's fear is saying, Liz, turn around, run. Well, it's the same fear that shows up and kind of, starts messing with your head on what you can and cannot do. You just have to know how to navigate through fear. You don't want to get rid of fear altogether. We need fear. It's there to protect and direct you and push you. So even if you're feeling fear, when you imagine a certain topic or possibility for your life, right? Even if you feel fear, you pursue it anyway. Because fear is really sometimes it's just your own mind and ego playing tricks on you, right? So remember that our passions are often irrational and they war with logic and reason. Okay, that's a fact. And that's why it's super important to shift your attention into your heart and your physical body when you're exploring these questions. Your heart and your physical body contain wisdom far beyond the capacity of your mind, far beyond. So number 3, what do you often love to talk about, learn about, and or teach others about? Think of what those subjects are. Think of what those subjects are. With nearly, 9 billion people? With nearly 9 billion people on the planet, chances are there's a market out there hungry for information, products, and or resources on that topic, that thing that excites you, that thing you like speaking about or reading about. And I've said this before, God has assigned a world of people to you. Those are your people. They speak your language, they get your vibe, they want to hear and be served by you. So for that world of people who God has assigned to you, I can't come and serve those people. They're not going to vibe with me. They're not going to feel me. It's you, the way you talk, the way you do things, the way you present, the way you connect. It's you they want. I met a woman on an online webinar this week who she figured out a clever way to teach kids how to read. And she didn't go into much detail about the program, like what exactly she does and how she does this. But she now has a membership club, and this is a membership training that I'm in, a membership club teaching parents how to teach their kids to read. And there's two parts of the program. In the second part of the club, she teaches kids between 9 and 14. And she charges each member, obviously the adults, $39 a month. And she teaches twice a month, once for the parents and once for the kids. And it's a 3-month program. She runs it a few times a year. Okay? She figured out something she's really good at, a passion, and she turned it into a business idea, a business. What are you good at? What is that thing that you are really good at? Semi good at. What skills have you mastered? What comes easy to you and feels good? There's another lady in the training webinar who she's a master at baking cheesecakes. Every flavor, every design you can think of. She now has a coaching program teaching people how to bake cheesecakes. Yeah. It's as simple as that. So when I say you can turn any passion into a business, if that's your thing, I mean it. You speak another language? Do you know how many adults out there are looking to learn that language? I don't care what language it is. If you're having trouble with coming up with ideas on how to plug into passion projects, I want you to ask your close friends and your family, the honest ones, of course, what you never seem to shut up about. Say to them, what do you think I'm super passionate about? Like, what do you think my passion thing is? Or what do you, ask them. And I want to say this, and I know I've said this before. If you are not tapped into your passion, one of your passions at your workplace where you're going 9 to 5 or whatever time you work, then that means that you are leaving a part of you at home every day when you go to work. Something to think about. And all I'm saying, that's okay for now. But you make sure when you get home, you're injecting more of what you love, of what lights you up into your life right now. That's what that means. And number 4, which is the last one, quit talking about it and start doing it. Because ultimately, what you're doing is directly connected to who you're being in the world. So if you're not plugged into your passion projects or into passion, you're not living with passion. You are not being passion. Everything I do, there's these damn flies. They're called water flies. And the moment I open my door, they come in. Like, I don't know if you guys know what they are, but we're in the season. And I flippin' brought a couple in with me when I was outside dusting my carpets today. Oh, anyway. If, what you're doing is ultimately who you're being in the world. Okay? So if you're not plugged into these passion projects or these things or this passion, you're not living with passion. And so you're not being passion. Everything I touch, everything I do, anything I speak about, it's passion that I'm speaking on. It's coming from passion. You can see it in the way I talk, and you can see it in who I'm being. You can see it. You can feel it. So I'm inviting you to begin taking consistent, passion-based action each and every single day during this self-quarantine time, especially now. Because what you start doing now, the habits you create now will become addictive. You will come out of this with these habits. You will come out of this self-quarantine time, out of hiding, unstoppable, a brand new person. Whether this means writing, making videos, launching a YouTube channel, speaking, recording audios, crafting, makeup, whatever it is. Whether you have to take a new class, engage, start engaging as of tomorrow. Start engaging in an activity that you love, that lights you up, that you've been putting off, that you've been thinking about. And if you're doing it, do more of it. And here's the best part, and I mean the best part. Taking action on your passion often requires little to no cash. Little to no cash. Only time, effort, and of course, focus. And if it's a new skill, okay, of course, maybe a beginner's class, obviously something inexpensive, or something you can find on YouTube. 90% of the time you can find it on YouTube. Start to build your life and your days around what you love. And when you do that, you'll never regret it. There will be no regrets. It's your passion for what you do that will give you the drive and the commitment and the energy necessary to create any amount of success and fulfillment you desire. And the bonus is you'll have an extraordinary time while you do it. And that, to me, no money can buy. Nothing can buy that, take that away. I wouldn't replace it for anything. And these are the very basic things you need to know about finding your passion. It's not some breakthrough thing that you have to go looking for. It's not something that has to be given to you. It's inside of you. And I took the time to do this live because this happens to be one of my passions. Sharing this work with you, sharing pieces of my heart, pieces of my playground with you, lights up my soul. The fulfillment I get from this when I log off and say bye to you guys, I feel like I'm walking on air. I can't even describe it in words. That might even sound silly. It lights up my soul. So remember, if you can't change what you're doing right now, the housework, the homeschooling, the cooking, these are things you have to do. Change how you do it. Change the words you are saying to yourself while doing it. Change your thinking. Change your thoughts. And once you change your thoughts, your feelings about what you're doing will automatically change. It's instant. Instant. And this is the best time to tap into those passions. We will never get back this time again. So go ahead, get started. Don't forget to let me know how it goes. Tag me, send me a note. If you discover a new passion, maybe reconnect with something you buried years ago. Share it with me. Let me know what it is. Tag me in your post. Talk about it. Use this opportunity to talk about it, to write about it. We're going to get through this. And some of us are going to come out of this unrecognizable. 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 We won't come out 10, 15, 20 pounds heavier. We won't come out lazier. We won't come out with less clarity and more procrastination. We will come out unrecognizable from the inside out. So don't get left behind. I'm not trying to get left behind. No way. I will not get left behind. I will go into this new world with new ideas and new passions and a newfound purpose for my life. And I invite you to join me. So stop putting yourself off. Stop putting yourself off. That's right, Nicole. Yep. I love that. Lights up. Beautiful. So I invite you guys to take this on. As of tomorrow, you wake up and you go looking for passion. And everything you do and everything you touch, change your mindset. Touch it, do it with a different thoughts, with a renewed mindset. Pay attention to the things that you love talking about, love reading, watching, listening to. I promise you, your passions are wrapped up in there. You're welcome, Gianna. I want to thank you guys for sharing this space with me. Like I said, that I'm doing what I love. I love this. Yes, it takes preparation and prayers, and I have to be in prayer mode before I do my lives. I have to be still with my thoughts. I don't just pick topics out of a hat. I pray about it. Okay, God, what can I talk about today? And God just lays something on my heart, and I just be. I be. All right. So thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. My life would not be the same without you. I could not do or be me without you. And so I want to thank you from the depths of my soul for sharing this space, for all your support. Don't forget to like the video, comment below if you liked it, if you enjoyed it. Maybe share a breakthrough moment, an aha moment, what really stood out to you. And of course, don't forget to share the love, meaning share the video, possibly on your page or whoever you feel maybe needs to hear this message. All right. So love you guys. Bye, Nicole. Love you all. Thank you. And ciao for now.